And Ndivhuwo Muhanelwa is such an amazing serial entrepreneur, content creator, digital marketer, and also an edupreneur. He educates other entrepreneurs to actually grow and scale within the online space.
As an entrepreneur, you're trying to get to see what works. You're taking risks, you're doing all these things to see you don't fail. There's no such thing as failure. So whatever that doesn't work doesn't mean that you failed, just that you found out that it doesn't work. So just continue doing what you're trying to do and learn to fail in public under your real name.
Willingness to embrace transition. And to really think long-term about legacy building.
Yes.
What do I want my legacy to be? What do I want my children to inherit? And really thinking long-term.
Yep.
We're living in a time where everybody wants to go viral, and they want to go viral for today.
Yes, sir.
And people are not planning for tomorrow. And I love what you're doing because you're teaching us that as content creators, we are business owners.
Yes. To start in the beginning. Just show up right in the beginning. Do it afraid and fail forward. You cannot steer a parked car.
Hi there, monetizers. Welcome to Monetize Your Business podcast conversations in partnership with FNB. Guess what? You have come to the absolute right place to get insightful conversations from various experts within the business landscape, hearing about various entrepreneurs and their business journeys as well. But you know how we do over here. I am not flying this plane on my own. No. I do have my trusted co-pilot with me. Papa Biz, how are you today?
I'm excellent. Glad to be here. Looking forward to this conversation.
I'm also looking forward to this conversation. And how's the week been? Any aha moments? Anything popping up for you in the world of entrepreneurship?
We actually had a consultation last week with the entrepreneur, and I thought I'd share. It was interesting because ended up communicating to her that if you do not show up online, somebody less qualified than you will take up your space.
Yes.
And that's completely up to you. Because the thing is, you'll find people, when they have the courage to actually go and show up online, they end up creating a community. If they do it correctly, they understand what you're doing is you're creating a community. And when you create a community, then it's actually got nothing to do with you.
Yes.
And together it's around specific interests or specific products and services. And together as a community, they buy into that product or service. But if you just refuse to show up online, and you want to get bitter because somebody else less qualified than you is taking up your space, I know that's completely on your shoulders.
Absolutely. And sometimes people think that it's a harsh perspective, but it's the reality.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person who is an expert, they've got years of experience in a particular field, but they're not showing up online.
Yeah.
So another person with less experience who is willing to show up online is going to be the loudest voice in that field in the online space. And I mean, we can't lament that.
They'll be the loudest and also the most trusted voice for the community that you feel belongs to you.
So what do you say then, Papa, to a person who says, okay, I hear you. I do want to show up online. I'm shy. Where do I begin?
To start in the beginning. Just show up right in the beginning. Do it afraid and fail forward. You cannot steer a parked car.
Absolutely.
So just
start the engine.
We all had to start somewhere.
Yes.
You all had to start somewhere, and I'm sure you can pick up guidance from different mentors and different people that you like, where you're like, I like the way that they do it in that manner. But you've got to start to figure out your own personality.
Absolutely. And I'm really looking forward to today's conversation because we're actually going to be speaking to an entrepreneur like that. And Duvo Muhanelwa is such an amazing serial entrepreneur, content creator, digital marketer, and also an edupreneur. He educates other entrepreneurs to actually grow and scale scale within the online space. And Duvo, welcome to this conversation.
Thank you for inviting me once again. I really enjoy this type of setup.
Yeah.
When we talk about business, monetizing, social media, content creation, this is my stuff. Yeah.
Nice
That's
one.
what
Welcome.
you enjoy.
Thank you so much again.
You know, what Papa has been mentioning is so interesting, and I want to get your take on it.
Yes.
Because sometimes people will say, I can't believe so-and-so is doing so great in the online space. I've got more information, more knowledge, more experience than them.
Yeah.
What do you say to individuals like that?
Number one, obviously, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
We all started somewhere. We all started from 0 follower. We didn't have anything. But another thing that you must understand is that you must start where you are with what you have.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, even me, I'm also a victim of this. When I started, I wanted to have an iPhone, like to have a quality. But I realized that no, man, it's not even about what I don't have. It's about what I have right now. What
Yes.
can I actually do with this? And I just used my cracked screen phone. And then today I can be able to use an iPhone, cameras. So we get to know exactly what is it that we need in the process of doing, not when we are stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I really, really love that, because it also just speaks about just starting now,
Yes.
learning your lessons, and then moving forward.
Yeah.
Before we continue with your kind of journey within the online space, for those who may not be aware, can you just share with us a little bit about your beginnings, where you grew up, and the environment that brought us this man that we have in front of us?
So, Ndivhuwo, I grew up in Venda, in a small village called Chikwarani, Hakutama. That's where everything started there. But there's nothing. It's like a remote area. Even the phones, we didn't even really understand. My first smartphone I had was in 2014.
Sure.
So before that, I didn't even touch any phone. I was not using phone. And that's when I started working. I started working in 2014 at the corporate job. And I was like, okay, they call this thing a smartphone. Why are they saying that? What is it that this thing is smart about? Then that's when I started being curious about it. And I saw people posting on social media. And then I started posting on social media. But before that, the reason why I wanted to analyze and understand how the phone works or a phone works was because I dropped out of the University of Pretoria because of financial problems. I had a bursary. First year, everything went well. Second year, I failed one module, and then the bursary dropped me out.
Oh, I see.
So I ended up sleeping in the bathroom for like 2 months, 3 months because I didn't have accommodation. But at that moment, I already gave up with school. I was just going to the library, posting motivational quotes on Facebook.
Okay.
But I can see that my Facebook is growing. People are commenting on those quotes that I'm copying from Google, pasting on my Facebook. So it was nothing, I was just trying to share, some motivation with other people. But I saw that, okay, I'm growing here. And that's when I started trying to understand, okay, how can I understand this smartphone and start to utilize it to just keep growing on social media? So my first journey started as someone who just want to grow on social media because it felt good to just have people following you.
Yes.
And then it just grew up until now. I just keep learning a new trend, what is happening in this social media thing. And then, that's how I started from the beginning.
Now, I want to check because, like some of us, like with myself, how I got to know about you, even from before. It was around the COVID times where I just see different videos of you popping up, talking to Cardi B and Doja Cat and all these. I'm saying, who's this guy?
Yes.
What's going on here? And these videos were all going viral. So explain to us, how did you get to that point? Because it's one thing to be posting on social media, motivational quotes, because I'm getting a sense almost, trying to also motivate yourself.
Yes.
Because of the situation you're going through.
Yes.
But how did you go from that to creating these viral videos that a lot of people got to know you for?
Yeah, no, that's a very good question. So it started with intention. So now I started to see, oh, I'm growing, yeah. People are starting to take me serious. And I remember selling a page that I grew to 150,000 followers. That was only on Facebook. Someone said, can I buy your page?
Really?
Hey, I was like, you want to buy my page? How much? He was like, I have $500. Back then it was 5,000. I was like, what? And then I just sold it. I was like, oh, so I can actually make money with this thing?
Yeah, there's value here.
Exactly. And that's when I started focusing, and I love learning. I started doing courses, social media marketing, social media platform, understanding algorithm and all those things. And now I started to realize that I've been creating content for local. How about doing something for global, for global reach? That's when Cardi B and Nicki Minaj came. So I knew that Cardi B is known all over in the world. So if I can put myself with Cardi B, people won't ask, who's that lady? They will ask, who's that guy?
Yes, exactly.
Like you just said.
Who's this guy? What's going on here?
So once now people start asking, who's this guy on social media? That's the entrance of the game. You are in the game now. Because like you said, you need to be visible. You need to be known. People need to see you. Even though they don't know your name, but your face, they should recognize it, because I believe that your face is a new logo now.
Oh,
if you're a business person, your face is the new logo.
You are dropping bars. Your face is the new logo.
Yes.
So true.
Yeah.
And that speaks to personal branding.
True, 100%.
Now, tell me something, because, I mean, you've grown so much with all of these different videos, talking to celebrities and all of those things. But and of course, like you said, it gained traction. People are commenting, it's exciting, they're reposting. And then you decided to kind of rebrand yourself.
Yeah.
To say, all of this knowledge I've acquired building these platforms, I now want to teach others how to do the same, and then for them to help them to be able to monetize. What inspired that transition? Because a lot of people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So what made you think, actually, I'm going to do something different?
That's a very beautiful question. And I think how I'm going to answer this, maybe it might help another creator who's stuck on just doing that thing that they're known for. We must be able to do things just to grow. Sometimes you can let go. I mean, I used to love football, when I was young. But now I understand that I won't have time for football. So I have to find some new hobbies that will actually fit with my time and my age as well. So yes, the videos were trending. I was working with brands. So me rebranding, I lost so many brands. I lost even followers as well.
Wow.
But I understood that growth requires loss.
Yeah.
You cannot grow without losing.
Okay.
So me losing it's actually a new way of coming up to something else, right?
Yes.
So the videos, all those things, everything that I did on social media, to be honest, were very good, to be honest. The content was very brilliant and stuff like that. But I found my passion. I found my purpose. I realized that, okay, though I started like this doesn't mean that I should finish like this.
Yes.
Then now, what is my purpose? What is my passion? That's when I started looking at, I love teaching.
Okay.
It started there. The rebranding really started there. I love teaching. So now, what do I teach? I have to teach what I know.
Yes.
So I look at my journey. I was like, I overcame so many problems. I there's a lot that I know. Let me teach then. And regardless of how people will view it, regardless of the numbers that I'm going to lose, I just want to be aligned. And that is more important than followers or brands or anything, So
what are some of the problems that you had to overcome?
Obviously, when you are trending every week, because you have established this type of content, brands will come to you, but once you stop, then now they're like, this guy's now boring us, as we wanted that type of content. So I lost brands, which means that now money flow it's less.
Yes.
You understand? So money flow is less. I have to lose money, which is not good. Finances should always be steady.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm no longer just doing it for money now. I'm doing it for legacy.
Yes.
Writing a book, yes, people will buy my book, but more than just them buy my book. My children will have something to start on.
Yes.
So I'm thinking generational now. It's no longer just about me. And long term, you'll have to suffer sometimes. So I suffered the loss of brands, the loss of followers, and little visibility, because obviously now I'm no longer trending. I'm talking about this. Hey, this guy now is trying to be a motivational speaker, but I'm not trying to be. I'm not even trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm just trying to educate. That's all. That's my mission.
You said you love teaching and you're trying to educate. Who exactly is it that you're looking to influence and help in their journey?
Firstly, the older version of me, because I believe that everything that ever happened to me, it happened for me.
Yes.
So that I can be able to carry someone who's yet to meet the same things that I met in my life. So the older version of me is what I'm trying to serve. That person who dropped out from university because they cannot afford university, but they have a cell phone. And no one is employing them. I want to serve that person. I want to help them to use their phone to actually establish a brand by just using their phone and their time and start making money online. That is my niche. I always say the best niche you can go for is the old version of you. The people, there are many people who are struggling with what you have overcome.
Same struggles. Yes, absolutely. And can you tell us a little bit about when people are looking to become content creators, what are some of the challenges you are finding people have that you are needing to help them with?
When I wrote my first book, The Influencer's Code, I included a lot of things like fear of failure. It's part of that. Because people don't really want to find out. They actually have this anxiety thinking that if I do this, people will laugh at me. So fear of failure, fear of being criticized. And also, I think it starts with a passion. If you are passionate about something, use social media to let people know that this is something that you're passionate about. However, the highest thinking should be you need to turn your passion into a purpose.
Yes.
So how you connect the two, you have to look at the pains. How is your passion going to help other people's pains or to resolve their problems? Right? So for me, my pain was I couldn't make money. I couldn't afford school. So I used my phone to actually try to make money so that I can actually, support my family and just support my life.
Yes.
And that worked out. But now I'm teaching it for someone who's actually struggling with money to do the same thing, So, yeah, that's just the short answer to your question. But I think people just need to start with their passion, something that they're passionate about, and they connect it with the market. Is the market in need of what they're passionate about? If yes, then do that and use content as a vehicle to market your business.
Yes.
Be a contentpreneur. Be someone that creates content for your business. Yes, not creating content to go viral.
Yes.
Now, I want to check because there's some that come out and they say, look, our market in South Africa is different to the American market or the UK market, things like that. So if I'm going to develop and grow my brand, I need to have millions and millions of followers before brands actually start paying attention to me. What do you say to a person who's thinking it's like that?
No, for me, it's not even about the number of followers. For me, it's positioning and also the value that you are offering. You must be, if you have 10,000 followers, and you know that you have a value. Let's say maybe you know how to actually make 1,000 YouTube subscribers in 3 weeks. That is the value.
Yes.
So you can actually just do a course or a PDF guide maybe 50 pages and start selling that and start making money without having to think about brands. So brand thinking, that thing of, okay, I'm waiting for brands, you become in slavery to brands, you become in slavery to these platforms.
Yes.
So also one of the missions that I'm trying to get out the creators in Africa is to get out of the platform dependency.
Yes.
Where everything is about, if Mark Zuckerberg today decides that he's going to shut your account, if he can do that and your business closes, then you didn't have a business.
Sure.
It was never really a business because now your business is relying on someone's power.
Yes.
Yes, you are not in control. So my mission is to just get people to understand that you can build your own platform outside social media platforms. Then you use these social media platforms to build a community, to actually go fish for the people that you want to serve. And then you put them outside into a community which is outside, and you start, saving them, and they save you. And it's just like like you mentioned, that community building is one of the important things. Our creators are not building communities, they're just going viral. They're making money for themselves.
Yeah.
They're not teaching what they know. And that, to me, it's sad. And that's why I actually had to rebrand, because I saw the gap and I was like, let me fill it.
It's interesting because when you say that creators aren't building communities, it also makes me realize that sometimes as creators, I think we fail to see ourselves as businesses.
Yes. True.
And so we're kind of like, oh, let me try and go viral. Let me try and be famous or popular.
Yes.
But if you actually see yourself as a business,
Yeah.
you then start to build systems and processes. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? Because I know it's something you're quite passionate about,
Yes.
that we need to build systems and processes.
Oof. You see, that one is a very big one, and hopefully the creators will listen and take this.
Yeah.
Systems, yes, systems are needed. Systems are actually just the ways in which you run your business. You know how you made that money. It should be very specific how you made that money. It talks about how you price.
Yes.
It talks about your value, your message. Like, there has to be okay, I have a book like this thick, that is just my book of my standard operational guides that tells me how to speak, when to speak, and how to do it. Every detail. That's what we call systems. There's another systems that will have to deliver the products. Talking about the funnels, you need those things. Email marketing, you need to understand those things. There's just different systems that we need to actually run the business of content creation.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a system, then you're not gonna last in this industry.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely. Sure. That is extremely, extremely powerful.
Yeah.
And just speaking along the lines of systems as well,
Yeah.
you've been very open. I love your transparency online, by the way.
Yes.
We're going to definitely share all the links to your socials in the description, because I think our audience needs to see.
Yeah.
But you recently spoke about a debacle that you had with SARS,
Yes.
where you were hit with this massive tax bill that you were not expecting.
Yeah.
Just talk to us a little bit about that, because now influencers are going to be taxed as well.
Yeah.
And so it's not just money you're receiving from brands or projects and campaigns that is 100% your own, which once again speaks to the fact that we are businesses. Can you just chat to us a little bit about your experience around that, and you even documenting your experience?
Yeah, no, that actually happened intentionally. So what I did was I went to SARS. I wanted to find out all these things because, number one, I don't understand tax. I don't understand how it works.
Does anybody ever understand that stuff?
We're always just trying to run away from it.
So I understand. I was like, what is this thing that everyone is running away from? Let me go face it. So I went to SARS via VDP. They call it Voluntary Disclosure Program, where you can just go and open up and say, I've been making money, but I haven't been complying. Right? I did that. And then they came back to me and they asked me different questions. Some of them I couldn't answer. I had to get a tax practitioner to help me with that. Then they did all the things from 2018 when I started making money online until last year. And then they found out that, I'm owing that amount. And I was like, oh, this is good to know. It's good to know, but it's not good to owe. You understand? Yes, but I mean, for me, it was more of trying to understand. I cannot teach people how to make money without also including the tax part of it.
Yes.
You know, I'll be leading them into something else right now. So I was like, if I'm going to teach people how to make money online, I might as well just understand this thing. So everything was very intentional. After that, I went to Sunday Times. I was like, guys, I want you guys to publish this story. Why am I doing that? I'm documenting my life.
Sure.
You know, I want after 10 years to see my children or anyone to see. There was a guy who actually owed SARS, but he came out of it. But he didn't just come out of it. He came with a guide. There's a guide now that I compiled, 115 pages. There's also a contentpreneurship.com. This is a platform where now you don't have to worry about these calculations because I understand them. I
Yes.
created a tool. Anyone can go and use that tool.
Oh, wow.
You know, to find how much they owe. They just put the amount they make in a year. If they make 1 million, it will tell them this is how much you should pay SARS. Because these are the tools that we need as creators.
100%.
Yeah. So for me, it was a very good game. Because there's experience, there's knowledge now. I understand some mathematics around the text, and I also created some tools for everyone to use. So
Sure.
that was a good lesson.
That's quite good. I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, so you went to the Sunday Times and they just published this thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got a wide network, eh?
Yeah, no, I mean, networking is, I mean, you know this, so, you know, you need to have this kind of people around you. Yeah, so I went and then they did that. Yeah, but I'm still owing that money. I'm still negotiating now with SARS to say, okay, how are we going to do this? I'm going to pay. I'm willing to pay, but do I have it? I don't have it, but I know if I start and I understand this thing, I'll get to a point where I finish and I really understand everything about this.
Did you find that by going to SARS in that manner? Because sometimes with contentpreneurs, entrepreneurs, they have this fear that, no, if SARS finds out how much money I've made and then I'm owing, they're going to come and take everything and I'll lose everything.
Yeah.
And they're not prepared to listen.
Yeah.
Did you find in your experience in engaging with them that they were open to listening, open to negotiation, or they were just came after you and said, we want this money right now?
No. Like the number one, you must understand, SARS actually behind it, there are people. So, you know, you just have to understand what you're saying. So what I realized is SARS listen. So even the money that I was owing, it was 207. Now it's waved down to 162. Because I went there, I was like, no, according to the Act number 127, there's this, that.
Yay!
You see, if you went to them, then you have the opportunity to negotiate. But if they come to you, now they are not negotiating. They are taking. You understand? That's what most creators are going to fall into that because they're trying to ignore it, but it's going to hurt them in the future. So rather find out now, deal with it now and have structures. Now I have a structure. I know for every income that I make, 30% or 35% goes to SARS account. You understand? That is the structure that came after going through all these things.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
No, that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. And I really appreciate the transparency that you've shown in documenting that journey. What are some of the offerings that you have within the online space? So now that you are teaching and you are helping contentpreneurs, what are some of the things they can plug into?
Yeah, no. So currently we have at No Chill, you know, I'm not alone. So we have different programs, but the main offer is to get any creator from where they are to become business owners, not just content creators. So I wrote my book, Contentpreneur, which actually talks about you moving from being a content creator who creates for virality, being a business that owns systems, the business that actually can predict their income every month, not just, how much am I going to make this month? Okay, let me check the algorithm. Are my video trending? No, now you are creating products, you are creating services, and you are creating systems that will deliver those things. And your content is just to go there and talk about your business and what you do. So that is the core offer. But there are many things. There's text guide, which is I created for creators using my own story, what I did, you know. There is also influencer calculator. People can just go there. And the tools are free, by the way.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not selling the tools, you know. just guide and the books and the courses. So if people can just go on my bio on Instagram, they can see my offers.
Yes.
But the aim is to just help them to become business owners, systems creators, and platforms and community builders and leaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got a lot of different entrepreneurs that watch this. What type of advice would you give to entrepreneurs watching this in terms of to be able to guide them on their journey from what you've learned?
Yeah, no, there are many things that I would like to say, but I think number one thing is, as an entrepreneur, you're trying to get to see what works. You're taking risks. You're doing all these things to see you don't fail. There's no such thing as failure. So whatever that doesn't work doesn't mean that you failed, just that you found out that it doesn't work. So just continue doing what you're trying to do and learn to fail in public under your real name. That is that for me, it's my superpower, because if you see me failing, if you see me owing SARS now, in the next 10 years when I'm richer, you understand, okay, this guy once owed SARS. So you document your story. We're not just creating content, but we're documenting our stories so that other people can actually see. And whatever that you are selling, they will buy, because you have proved yourself that you overcame certain situations. So no failing, just keep doing what you are doing. Believe in your craft and God also. For me, God is actually the one that is doing all these things. I might talk about all these things as if I'm a good planner, but it is Him redirecting my ways.
Yes.
So acknowledge Him, and your ways will be everything will be fine. Even when you owe SARS, you won't be stressed. You'll understand that there's someone who's bigger than you who's handling this.
Yes. And I think that also gives peace of mind as well. Yeah. Gosh, I've taken quite a lot away from this conversation. I think for me, the biggest thing that's truly inspired me about you is just the willingness to embrace transition and to really think long term about legacy building.
Yes.
What do I want my legacy to be? What do I want my children to inherit? And really thinking long term.
Yeah.
We're living in a time where everybody wants to go viral and they want to go viral for today.
Yes,
and people are not planning for tomorrow. And I love what you're doing, because you're teaching us that as content creators, we are business owners.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you want to build a business, put the systems in place, get the relevant mentorship, coaching, advice that you need so that you can really pave a legacy for yourself. I think that's been my biggest takeaway from this conversation. Papa Biz, what has been your takeaway?
I'm actually reminded because Vusi Temugwai spoke about this at the Entrepreneurs Year End when he spoke specifically about you in front of all of us.
Yeah.
And what was communicated, and I'm seeing that now as well, is that it's one thing extremely commendable to be going viral and everything, but even the way that you went about doing it was so innovative in the South African market. It's like, wow, look at this guy. Who is this guy and how is he doing this? This is amazing.
Yeah.
And the way that you've transitioned, which is also quite different, is the lesson in, build a community by documenting your journey.
Yes. Yes.
Document your journey and build a community.
Yeah.
When you do that, it creates authenticity.
Yeah.
And people will buy.
Yeah.
People will buy. They'll come across. They will follow.
Exactly.
And it's just more long term, and it's just more sustainable.
Yeah.
And I want to commend you for that.
Thank you so much. I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to make money out of people. I'm just trying to help people using my story. And obviously, there are things that you need to buy. But, money is not the only thing that you buy with.
Yeah.
Even attention.
Yes.
The things that I'm giving you for free, they're not free. You have to pay attention for you to actually get the thing, So it's not about selling. So for me, money is it's a byproduct of the services.
Yeah.
So I'm saving the people, then money will come. There's no way. Money comes from people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And Ndivhuwo, for somebody who's watching this
Yeah.
and they're thinking, gosh, I want to connect with you. I want to follow you on social media. I want to get in touch with you. Maybe to get assistance from moving from being a content creator to a business owner. How do they go about doing that?
So I'm on Instagram. Instagram right now is actually my focus. It's going to be my first primary platform to educate and stuff like that. So they can check me under at nochill_God, or they can just drop an email at info@nochill.co.za and we'll talk. Or DM me. I reply to my DMs.
Okay.
I'm not too big.
That's very refreshing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
No, this has been such a wonderful conversation. Monetizers, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. I hope it's been truly inspiring for you and gives a bit of vision as to what is possible for content creators within the online space. Please share any aha moments that you've had from this conversation in the comment section so that we can keep the conversation going. And please make sure that you do plug into all of our platforms. It's at Monetize Your Business on all social media platforms. Until our next episode.